Hey, I'm Matthew Lopez from M7 Taxes, and the number one question that you may be wondering a lot of times is how do I start a trucking business with very low capital to $0 in your pockets. This is the video for you, as here at M7 Taxes we're going to be going over 4 options that you have as somebody looking to start off your business with no capital in hand. Now, a lot of you, when you're thinking about being an owner-operator, you often look at the numbers and it shows that an owner-operator in the US are usually bringing about $290,000 of revenue in the year. Now, you have to keep in mind that from that revenue you're making, almost 50% or more of that is all expenses from the business or from the line of work that you're in. In saying that, you probably bring home on around $80,000 to $100,000, and on that be able to be an owner-operator for the entire year. Well, today I'm going to be talking about 4 ways or 4 programs that will allow you to start off your business in the trucking industry with very little income to $0 in your pocket. Now, as an owner-operator today in the US, you're often looking at about $290,000 in revenue for the entire year. Now, you got to keep in mind that usually 50% or more of that revenue goes towards all your expenses, meaning that you bring usually about $80,000 to $100,000 in the year. So without a doubt, being an owner-operator and operating in the trucking industry, it is very profitable. Now, to get your business started, often it takes a little bit more capital than we think about, and sometimes we don't know the options of starting your business with 0 capital. Now, the first option that we're going to be talking about today is for you to join a carrier on a lease-to-own option. What that means is that sometimes when starting off in the trucking business, it's very hard for you to take on that initial cost of buying your equipment, either purchasing a truck, all your trailers, and being able to start your business. So it's a very intrigued way of joining the trucking industry by joining a carrier team who's able to lease that truck for you in a few different ways. Some are on a commission basis, meaning they add on a commission on every load that you make for the business. And another way is for you to receive on a bi-weekly basis, monthly basis in your statements, and your lease is deducted from your statements to be able to, at the end of the lease term, be able to own that truck. Now, one of the downsides of that is that you do have to be with the company until your truck is fully paid off. But the very benefit of that is that you always have steady work, so you don't have to ever worry about the next day and not having any revenue come into your business. Now, some of the companies that we can list today of carriers that you're able to join and have your truck leased to own is Lease and Visa Transfreight. They're able to provide you with the loads every single day, so that's steady work coming in, and they're able to deduct your lease from your paychecks to be able to own your truck at the end of your period. Some things that these companies usually offer you as well is fuel cards, which again, when you're in the trucking industry, your main expense is either your fuel or your truck payments every single month. So that's a great bonus for you to get started. Now, the second option of starting your business, your trucking business, with 0 capital is typically starting with purchasing a truck. In order for you to be able to purchase a truck, you do have to look into equipment financing or any truck financing companies that can help you out, which usually you run into the situation of always needing about 10 to 20% of a down payment on your equipment. Now, to avoid this, as we want to be able to start a business with almost 0 capital, this is where you're able to go to commercial truck finances that are meant for you starting your business with low capital to 0 capital and being able to get your equipment or get your financing without needing any 10 to 20% down payments. But what is in that contract is that you do need to have your truck as a collateral, meaning that if at any point you're not able to pay those monthly payments of your truck, they do take that truck back to be able to cover any of their expenses. Now, the third option we have for you is to be able to get a business line of credit. Now, this is the option for you again who don't have that 10 to 20% down payment on your equipment on that startup cost of your business, and you need a second alternative. This is when you can look into getting a business line of credit, which only requires your credit score. You only have to submit your 3 credit bureau reports, and from there they're able to fill out your application and get you up to $150,000 on a line of credit for your business, which often gives you enough capital to get that equipment started, get the down payment, and start paying it on a monthly basis to get your revenue coming into the business. Now the fourth option we have for you of starting your business with very little capital is getting yourself a term loan. This is for somebody who's not looking for a line of credit, but you're looking for cash on hand immediately for your business. And again, usually to be able to get a term loan for yourself or your business, you're looking at having a good credit score of 680 or above. You do need to show proof of income, so this can be your W-2s, any pay stubs, or any returns you've done in the past to show that you have enough return or enough income coming in to be able to sustain that term loan. With us having listed a few loan options for you up to now, you do have option 2, 3, and 4 that are those loan options that you can get with a good credit score and proof of income to be able to start off your trucking business. Now, any trucking business, as soon as you get into the realm of work, you'll find out quickly that you need to manage your cash flow and be able to sustain it. So in simpler terms, to explain to you cash flow, you do have to make sure that you have a greater amount of money coming in regards to the money that is going out. So when we're looking at that, we have our friends here at eCapital, which are great partners. They're number 4 in the US and they're number 1 in Canada, and they're the ones that are going to be able to help you out with managing your cash flow by a very simple way. When you are receiving or you have your receivables in the trucking business, you're often looking at only getting paid on that 30 to 45 to even 60 days from your customers. And in order for you to survive in the trucking business, that is too much of a long period of time to wait for money coming in. This is where eCapital can come in, provide you your fundings same day that you factor your invoices, and give you that cash flow, that cash on hand to be able to move your business forward. Now, in order to keep everything organized, here at M7 Taxes, we do help you with the bookkeeping and accounting side of your business. This is where you're able to not only have your cash on hand, but also know what to do with your cash on a monthly basis, as everything is up to date, giving you the vision that you need to be able to move your trucking business forward. Now, if you did like this video and you found it informative, give it a like, follow our page as we're releasing videos on a weekly basis, and hit that bell so that you know when we post our next video. This is Matthew. Until next time.